Boy, you know what time it is.
Welcome to the Bromigos podcast.
I need it!
Hey, how are you?
This is amazing.
How's it going, everybody? It's another episode of your favorite podcast, the Bromigos podcast. It's the Hoochie Man, holding it down as always.
That sounds about white. It is everybody's favorite cultural appropriator on Black History Month, the Undercover Brother. And we are once again joined by one of my favorite people in podcasting, coming back for a two-peat. This time he's got a completely different getup. It's our, how do you want to describe yourself this week, Jody?
What? I am paying respects to the late fallen soldier, Mr. Toby Keith. I am Toby Queef.
If only you guys could hear how hard I laughed when he came into the studio today. You said it yourself. You almost killed me laughing.
It was a lot. I thought he was either going to die or get a boner. Those are the two things that I thought was coming next. So
He might have had both.
or both.
He probably
He had the latter.
We might have almost with both. And we actually, for 1 week, we have a brother on our show. My buddy B Rob. How you doing today, my friend?
I am here.
You are here. You're surviving. You're existing.
He got he got his Cash App money, Mac. Get on with it. Don't ask how he's doing. He's on a very tight schedule.
Yeah, he's such a professional podcaster now.
I only paid for the first hour, so
Hey, really quick, because the people
you pay
don't
me in Bitcoin.
paid you in Bitcoin. Hey, the people don't know much about you, B Rob. Why don't you talk about yourself a little bit if you don't mind?
Well, if you're listening to these docile tones, you're listening to the voice of your boy B Rob, host of the Random Rambles with Rob podcast and co-host of RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk, which you can listen to us live every Wednesday night after AEW Dynamite on twitch.tv/RBR Wrestling.
Very good shameless plug there.
Do it now so I do it at the end.
you guys
Don't worry, you'll get another chance to do that.
Mish, you and Rob have been hanging out a little bit, doing like shows with Delvin and stuff, talking about wrestling and stuff.
I was actually going to say, Rob and I have actually met through Delvin because we do a wrestling and life show. We don't know what we're calling it yet. We just kind of all hang out for about an hour and a half.
We'll call it Actual Bro Migos.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
You can't call it Migos. Man, Matt's not even half Mexican.
Hey man, I speak a little Spanish.
Yeah, I say you name it after that Tupac album.
Yeah, he can't say that. So
I can't say that either. Hey, listen, yo estoy muy blanco, no hablo español.
That's what's great is like Rob and Delvin could tell people about the podcast, but you couldn't tell anybody. You'd be like, "Oh, you should listen to my podcast." Well, what's it called? Well, can I type it? Let me see your phone. I'll type it out.
yeah, no, you just had to tell them which Tupac album it is, not like the actual title, but like
All Eyes on Me. That's what it's called.
the number. Because which one was that? Was that his second or?
That was the second one, actually.
Yeah, Tupac's second album.
I am never gonna. You're never gonna let me live this down now, are you?
That's the funniest goddamn thing.
Yeah, we should. Yeah, that's the name of the show. Tupac's second album.
Tupac's second album. Oh god damn it! It's good to have you guys on the show.
Hold on, I'm about to text Delvin that right now. Continue.
I will continue. Hey, Jody.
Yeah,
you came to me with a topic today. You know, we just had the Super Bowl this
Are you
past
talking
week.
about crowning the new champions?
Yeah, we just crowned a new champion.
Yeah, we
different
absolutely
champion,
did, guys. Last week there was a whole fucking thing that went down, and you guys probably didn't even know what happened out there in the world. I'm talking, of course, not about the Super Bowl. That shit was all a rig and a fix, and Usher was there, but he didn't sing enough of his songs, in my opinion. There was a gal who apparently set a Guinness record over the last week. Did you guys know that?
Did not know that.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
What? Oh,
I didn't hear about it until you tweeted about it this morning, to be honest with you.
I don't know. Are you able to put an article up, or should I fucking look it up, Mish? Because I can.
I can look it up really quick.
There was nothing terrible about it, but I want to make sure I get my facts correct. You know.
Yes, sir. Well, while you do that, just I'll pull it up for you.
Yeah. So anyway, I always get excited with the Guinness Book because it's a thing. Like when they do Guinness records, typically they got to send like a representative out, and he holds a placard. And if you get the thing, and then he goes, "Here you go. You're the new Guinness record holder of the thing." So it's a whole official deal. So anytime I hear one of interest, I'm like, "Oh, that's cool." You know,
The text has been sent.
God damn it, B-Rob.
Hell yeah.
Let me share this really quick.
Yeah. Do your fucking job, boy.
Whoa. That phrase is a little offensive this month in particular.
Yeah. Not for you. Shut the fuck up. Roll up a little bit, please.
So yes,
I mean, I can see very well. You have to blow that up?
Oh.
Listen, he said it, not me.
It's about the size of my head zoomed out.
Oh man.
Okay, hold on. Okay, her name is Lisa Sparks. She's now the world record holder, the Guinness Book, for sleeping with 919 dudes in 24 hours.
See, this says 8 hours. So where the fuck did the 24 come from?
I mean, it was probably 8 and some change. Wait, 8, 9 minutes? No, it's 24 hours. They got that. Whatever you're looking at is wrong. It was in one day.
Yeah.
She quit after 8 hours.
Let's not downplay the fact that 919 and 24. There's only so many hours in a day, guys. So if you're doing the math there, which some of you might be, that's not necessarily one at a time or whatever. Like I believe the record she set was for the most dudes sucked off, fucked off, whatever in an orgy in 24 hours. And the number was 919. That's a lot. You know how many Royal Rumbles that is?
If we're going wrestling terms, that's like
that, my friend, is a palindrome.
It's
919 either way you go.
That's so many dudes. And I was like, where? Okay, so first of all, there's a lot of imagery here. I have so many questions. Guys, anybody else want to get in it first? Because
I have one question. I have one question to start.
Go ahead. Because I got some too.
So to qualify for the men to be qualified as participants, did they have to finish? I guess I'm assuming they had to finish.
That was going to be my question.
Okay, so we two great minds think alike.
That's what I was wondering too, because I assume that if that's the case, then the Guinness record guy probably would have been standing there with a trash can or something to be like, all right. And then there's something so satisfying to me about, let's say, that man in a tux, not a tux, but like a suit and tie. He's a fucking official representative for Guinness. And he's standing there. He got a trash can in front of him. He got a clipboard in one hand and a clicker in the other. And he's just like, okay. Go on.
Well, yeah, and that's another thing too. So like, I didn't read the details of the article. I just, big headline says it all. But like, I still want to know these parameters. Is it like, if all four of us are in the room and we jacking it while, other shits is going on with or whatever, do we count? Because we are part of it in essence, but we're not actually engaging.
I don't think we would.
We're just a
spectator. My honest opinion, I don't think we would. Yeah, I think we're just spectators at that point. I think we have to be physically involved in some way, shape, and form.
Okay,
or she has to be touching us in some way, shape.
Okay, so form. Like Jody said, multiple participants. That can increase those numbers.
Listen,
so it's like
World Gangbang Championships. So it's like probably 10 at a time, guys. Just standing around.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like 2 here.
Yeah.
At least, maybe 1 or 2 there,
if it fits, yeah.
One in the butt, maybe 2 if she's adventurous.
She's a bigger gal. People could have been titty fucking her probably. Like,
so like, does that count? So as long as we're touching flesh, does it count? That's what I'm asking.
I think that counts. If you want,
because like you said, she's a bigger girl, so you can put something under the flap there, man, and you can get something done.
Oh, B-Rob, they could have put up them little dividers like urinals at the gas station. Like they just had little stalls mounted around a table, and she's just in the middle.
Yeah, you can put at least 2 penises under those titties. Just like the lip and tuck
sandwich. Yeah,
lip and tuck.
What if they had it like a box? Like she was in a box, 1 hole in front, behind, and then 2 next to her. So she had 2 in both hands, 1 in her mouth, and then 1 in her butt.
There had to have been so many more than that, though. 919. That's a lot. You understand? Yeah. Like I said the same thing. Did they rent a theater? Like an abandoned fucking Cinemark theater and just be like, all right, well, y'all got to wait here. And then 1 row at a time, like a fire drill, they just all got up and fucking.
My last question. And then y'all can take it from here.
The email? That's what Mish said too.
No.
They had to send out some kind of notification.
Well, yeah, that is an interesting question. Like, how did they solicit all these people? But anyway, my question is, what the fuck that room smell like?
Oh no!
I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think.
Is there any Febreze lying around?
Yeah, like a bowling alley, I imagine.
All right. Well, yeah, I can take it from here. I don't have nothing else to say about this situation.
Could you imagine? So keep in mind, the time frame is 24 hours, right?
Mm-hmm.
So imagine like the 24 hours is up and, there's still like, 40 some odd dudes waiting in line for their turn. And then it's like, what? Do you just tell them to go fuck off now? Like they've been standing there all day?
That is true.
Yeah.
She's a big gal, so she finishes her plate, I imagine.
I mean, we would hope so, right? And she's not, and to be fair, I showed the photo. Like, if you go to the YouTube at some point when we put it up, but she's not a bad looking woman either.
No.
To be fair. Like,
I would. She wanted death by a snoo-snoo.
Death by snoo-snoo. Exactly. So I think I think it's clearly shows that we have a lot more questions than we have the answer to.
I tell you what, this is a real world record I could never do because I'd get to like somewhere between 1.4 and I'm gonna be like, oh, well.
No, I get to one pump and be done.
See you guys later. I'm done here. My work is done.
Insertion, jizz. I'm out of here.
Bye.
I want, and now you say that, I wonder how many of those poor bastards actually did that.
Yeah, Mish, like you said, you were joking probably, and you were just like, boy, I couldn't even get a piece. Where would you want to be in that lineup, guys? Like, I feel
you had to be number one. I mean,
you're not going to be number one. You're not Shawn Michaels. What do you think? You're just going to walk in and finish the Rumble, dude?
No. Yeah, think about it. I'm being there, but I think I'm cute.
Nope.
I know I'm sexy.
I got the looks.
That was my job. I'd be like, let's go biggest to smallest. Let's work our way backwards and fucking. Well, you might be in the category. I don't know. I wouldn't be. I'd be somewhere towards like the 905-ish.
They got the goddamn they got the big ass D&D dice or whatever. It's like, all right, roll for dexterity.
For dexterity.
I'm gonna be like 905, and I think Hoochie Man's gonna be. We're gonna be able to touch fingertips probably from where we're standing.
What?
But, it'll be all right.
Damn, you just got called out.
I gotta
there.
give you some too. I give it all
about
to Mish.
that.
I don't know. They probably send them in at like waves or whatever. It's like first 5 go.
Yeah, we'll be able to
Second
talk
5
to each
go.
other. You know what I'm saying? Over the shoulders, like, what up, Hooch? You doing okay? You been stretching, huh?
Got the glutes.
I wanted
worked
to
out,
be,
ready to
you
go.
know what? I wanted that whole thing to be Royal Rumble style.
Yeah.
It's like 5, 4, and somebody jizz.
Okay.
Well, that's the elimination right there.
Let's say it is
Over the
like the
top
Royal
rope.
Rumble. Let's say it is like the Royal Rumble, guys. What song you walking out to? You're not gonna get a lot of time, but you got to play your fucking intro music if you're gonna get buzzed in like that.
I don't know. B-Rob said "Sexy Boy," and I can't help but think that that's got to be a song for somebody, right?
I'm coming into Bobby Brown's Ghostbuster song.
Fuck yeah, dude.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to take control. That's how I'm coming in there.
or you want to go with that sexual healing? Is that sexual?
Hell no, ain't nothing sexual about what's going on in this situation. It's just like,
Hey, listen, getting action is getting action, B-Rob, in my opinion. So
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be walking in there jamming AC/DC Highway to Hell in my fucking headphones. No, stop, size, and I'm just gonna be whacking off. Nobody's gonna slow me down.
yeah. Then you got to have some people who's just like in on the take, right? I was like, we trying to help to beat the record, so they prepping, and just get in there and she touch it, and then it, like, all right, we out of here next. You know.
Oh, you're probably right. Like it's the equivalent of dipping the whole hot dog in water and like just shoving the whole fucking thing.
do they got? So then think about it like this. So going back, I was mentioning this before we started recording. Like I used to have an adult entertainment based show, and one of the things that is a big deal in this sort of situation is fluffers. Do they have other chicks jerking these guys off?
Probably not chicks, but yeah.
I mean, they might be
I mean,
doing
it's
it themselves.
919 dudes and shit. They're probably like holding hands, like heal the world and shit. They're just swaying from side to side.
Oh
and
my
shit.
God, we are the world.
Like, you see the damn, you see those football games where they all shoulder to shoulder and they fucking swaying like this and shit. But that's dicks.
There's a choice we're making.
Yeah,
only
there's a
that's
choice they're making.
God damn.
I'm jizzing in her eyes.
Me and you. And then five.
Oh man, this has already been a very entertaining conversation.
That's funny.
Second thing, I know I said I was going to ask my last question the last time and leave it alone, but in the words of Eddie Murphy in Coming to America, Who gonna clean all this shit up?
Some very poor, unfortunate soul.
Mexicans, that's who. You hear there's a lot of them around. They're probably going to go back to Honduras or whatever. They were like, fuck that. I'm not watching that. I quit and just leave.
Ain't gonna be
How
me.
many? How
Yeah.
many of them were actually probably going to quit at that point in time?
Do you use one room the whole time? Like, I'm sure at a
You
certain
have to.
point.
There's no
at
way.
Around 473.
That's an
you're
oddly
probably like,
specific number.
damn, man, this place smells kind of bad. I'm tired. I need to get a different chair. This one's
Yeah,
all-
I mean, was there any timeouts?
I got
any
a
respite?
pee, bro.
Well, shit. I mean, at that point, fuck it, just piss all over this motherfucker.
Might as well. Fuck it.
Why is this
Fuck
chair
me.
wet?
She's just
You know-
laying in there
Yeah.
on a goddamn massage table, just Jabba the slut taking it all fucking morning.
Jabba the
Good night.
slut.
I mean, y'all know, damn women that squirt, they ain't nothing but piss anyway.
Yeah.
So I mean, fuck
Allegedly.
it.
That's what the.
No.
That's
No,
the
it ain't
rumor.
allegedly. It
But
is.
it's
That's
piss, but-
piss.
Listen, it's piss, but you're fine with it. Who gives a shit?
I'm not fine with it because I don't want to clean that shit up afterwards.
In fact, don't clean it up. It's like air freshener. It's like one of those little.
No, it's not air freshener.
Some shit from gals
No,
in the wall.
No, let that
Oh,
shit get in your fucking carpet.
Let
Fuck
me
around
get-
and let that shit get in your
holy
carpet.
Shit.
Listen, let me tell you something.
What, you found a
Holy
video?
Shit. No, I'm watching the.
I was gonna say there's a video of this.
No, I'm watching the duel at Daytona. They just had a big fucking wreck.
Hell yeah,
Oh.
you're
Oh my
welcome.
God.
Wish to
Oh,
the-
B-Rob's power just went out.
you got blacker.
I know.
Holy shit.
Yeah, that's what I said too, Hunter. I was like, Jesus Christ, B Rob.
Well, nah,
All I can
that's-
see is your fucking eyes and your teeth.
man, I ain't that black. You got to come
Wasn't
off that.
The lights went out, dickhead, and all you can see was the reflection off your fucking eyes and teeth. And I'm not.
Oh, nah, because look, check it
Do it
out.
again.
It's this browser.
yeah.
So
sure.
whenever when you go to the StreamYard, you got your 4 screens here. Then you got the big ass, white ass, bright ass border and shit. That's why I ain't got none of my lights on in this bitch or whatever. So if I click off the tab,
Oh Jesus, don't do it.
see,
Hold on.
All I could see is the whites of his eyes.
Yeah, do that again and close your fucking eyes for a second.
I
I'm like a
come through
magician.
this screen and drop
Where'd it
kick
go?
you.
Don't come kick me. I'm playing. I can do it
Oh,
too.
man.
Watch. Yoink. Ah, where'd it go?
Well, I only have one light on, so
Ew.
if I just do that, then I'm in the dark.
You look demonic.
Hey, you look like damn, just like a freaking apparition just floating in the dark and shit.
It's like a demon's like watching over you.
Yeah.
Damn it. You look like that dude that Goldust played when he went to WCW. He doesn't know.
I
what that
forgot what his name is. I
Seven?
know what you're talking
They call
about.
it
Yeah,
Seven?
7.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
exactly. Yeah,
That was
and
a
he cut a
fucked up gimmick.
then he cut a promo addressing it. He's like, "What the fuck am I doing? Why am I doing this?" Then he also went to TNA and had a Goldust S gimmick or whatever, and you can tell he was on the drugs then.
Drugs will mess up your life, guys. Make you make some regrettable decisions. Everybody okay?
Yeah,
there?
like-
Drugs are bad, okay?
Yeah, all them drugs have you fucking around with 919 other men just wondering what the hell's going on.
Man.
Now who knows how many drugs the guys are on? Just
Hell
to stay
yeah.
hard.
I had a topic that I wanted to talk about, Mish. I've been kind of rolling around in my head how to attack this thing, and I think I finally got it.
Wow.
I think
Attack
I
it
know
like an
What do
orgy.
you got for me, Jody?
I want to complain. I want to bring notice to it's February, it's Black History Month. I like to honor our brothers and sisters. I found out today that there was a sister that lost her goddamn job because she's a school teacher and she got on the OnlyFans account.
Yeah, I heard about
Found
that.
out about it and she got let go. And I think that's fucked up. So
It is.
I'm clicking on the pictures and I'm like, damn, man. Like, I think there definitely is a threshold. Okay. Let's be honest. We'll call it 6th grade. If your kid is over 6th grade, you can't be doing OnlyFans, or you're teaching over 6th grade. You know what I'm saying? Like, under that, your parents should be paying attention. Your kids should be watching porno. So what I'm doing is none of your goddamn business. I understand that it's a conflict of interest. I truly do. Like, that would be like a fucking dentist that has a thing where he fists people in the ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things. It's not illegal. It's just kind of like you shouldn't be doing that shit.
Yeah,
like a
especially
priest.
if your hands are going to be in my mouth. I don't want your hands in someone's ass.
Or your priest. You find out your priest is doing gay porn on the weekends. Like, it's not illegal. It's just kind of like, all right, whatever, dude. Like, I guess you got life figured out. What's your don't. I don't want the cracker now. Did you wash your hands?
Yeah, exactly. Did you wash your hands?
I figured you'd be a top, Father Steve. Weird.
And then the whole time it's just they're just praising B while they're going at it.
So this gal's in Tucson, Arizona, just trying to be a goddamn school teacher. And she lost her fucking job because they found out that she had an OnlyFans account. B-Rob. Matt, did you get a picture? I sent you an article. I don't know if you got a picture of the teacher.
I have her name. I'll pull it up for you in a second. But continue.
Yeah, I think it's fucked up.
I've got her name too. Let me get it. I've got it right here. Because she converted not too long ago. She's got a very African sounding name. I want to make sure that I get it right. Let me see.
Rachel Dolezal?
No, it's Niki Amare Diallo. And there's a click in there, I think.
Niki Amare Diablo.
Niki Amare
Diallo. I wasn't too far off.
I was going to say that was the first one I thought of because you sent me a bunch of people doing this kind of stuff. And now.
Yeah, it was totally Rachel Dolezal. But did you know that she changed her name? I didn't know that.
Wait, so she actually changed her name?
That's her name. Look it up on Wikipedia.
Well,
I know Wikipedia is not the source, I guess. But yeah, I guess she tried a name change. So
that's I was reaching. Was it? It's really her? Oh shit!
It's Rachel Dolezal. So
I
wanted to feel bad. I wanted to support black-owned business. I go, God damn it, man! This lady might need my help. And then her picture popped up, and I go, oh shit. Okay. So number one, Rachel Dolezal's got a OnlyFans account, which is interesting. I'm not going to say it's gross. She's not my cup of tea. I prefer my black chicks to actually be black chicks.
Mm-hmm.
She got a good body. She's kind of ugly though. You know what I'm saying?
That's not her, is it? In that old
That's
photo?
definitely her. Yeah.
What?
You know how this whole story worked out, Matt? Do you know about Rachel Dolezal?
I don't know. So I don't know anything about this story, to be honest with you. So you're actually going to have to brush me up.
Yeah, give us the backstory, man. Give us the backstory.
Somebody gave me a brush up today, so I'll give it to you, Matt. You ready?
Let me just pull up that photo one more time because I need the people that are watching the show to see what we're seeing here.
Just because if you want to feel bad for her, she's a teacher just trying to make a fucking honest day's living. Now she got to put her butthole on the internet. But it's Rachel Dolezal. So Rachel Dolezal, I believe, was teaching somewhere in the Northwest, Oregon, Washington, California, teaching, I believe, college, possibly teaching Black studies, African study, shit like that, African history, something like that. She was the president of the local chapter of the NAACP, right? She's doing good things. She's a white lady who appears and presents as a black lady, which, okay, whatever, lady. I guess she got an award or something to where she got a little bit of she ended up on the news, right?
Yeah. I knew about her because of that award, not because of this.
Her parents saw the shit.
Yes.
And they were like, hey,
who the hell is that?
That's Rachel. Why is she wearing that weave? And they did an interview and they were like, guys, she's 100% white. Like, we're both Anglo-Saxon fucking white people.
Wait, they blew her spot up?
They blew her spot up hard too. And I wonder how much it cost, Mish. Like, how much did that reporter fucking come to, or whoever, Oprah? I don't know who they told it to, but it caught legs quick. And they fired her from her job, college job, whatever. They fired her from the NAACP. They're like, get the fuck out of here.
Now, she, because to me, she doesn't even look like all that black in those photos. She just looks like incredibly tan, if anything. Like, she looks more like a Hispanic woman than anything to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I can't fathom someone actively trying to make themselves.
She's definitely darker than Stacey Dash. I'll give her that. Yeah. She's darker than Sammy Sosa, like on the spectrum. She's
because I gotta search stuff.
No, that's fine. B-Rob, where did you go, my brother?
Yeah, I put my browser over here now.
Amazing, dude. So anyway, so she loses her job. That's sad. It kind of sucks, but it's like, whatever, dude. Like Stranger Things have happened at this point. She truly identifies as a black lady in her mind.
Did she talk that way? I would have a problem with it I would really have a problem with
That's a
it
great
if she
question.
actually like went out of her way to speak. Like I'm fucking with B Rob and doing the African Nigerian voice, like, oh, where did you go, my brother? I cannot see you. But I'm fucking around.
So wait,
I think
hold on.
that-
You just now got fired for having one?
No, so here's the deal,
Okay.
right? So we're going on a journey with Rachel Dolezal because I want you to know, like, she deserves some of the hate she's getting because that is what it is. That's a situation she got caught fucking pretending, whatever the fuck. She was doing good things, I guess. I don't know what her whole track record was, but essentially, it seemed like she was in a good spot. Her parents happened to blow it up. Well, then she's unemployed. She gets on like government assistance, which is cool. That's what it's for. If you ain't got a fucking job, go get you some welfare. Shit. At some point, she was approached to write a book, and she got paid a nominal fee, 80 grand, 90 grand, something like that. She didn't cut her fucking what's fucking the food stamps. I don't know what the goddamn program's called
EBT?
anymore. She didn't cut off her EBIT card, and they goddamn said, "Hey, you bitch, you just got like 90 grand. Give me that fucking money back. You're just draining the system." And she was like, "My bad." And she paid them off. So she's paid her due on that. She got caught up in it. And now I guess she changed her name. She moved to Arizona. She was trying to be a school teacher. Now, I think she's had the OnlyFans for a little while. I don't think that's brand new because I definitely knew she had an OnlyFans before I knew she was a teacher. But literally, I sent Matt an article yesterday morning from the New York Post. It said, Rachel Dolezal makes money on OnlyFans, also working as a teacher. And then literally 5 hours later, Rachel Dolezal has been fired from her teaching job. And I go, God damn, the news travels fast today. So I don't know.
You were
really
updating
Jodie
me
did it.
as it was happening.
I didn't mean to, Rachel Dolezal. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were a teacher.
So from what I'm reading, she's had this for 2.5 years for selling foot pics and squat pics.
Squat.
Yeah.
Squat
Is that a
pics.
thing?
What
Yeah.
I need to do
the
some
fuck
research.
is that?
Like you squat and then you take a photo of your ass.
Oh,
That's it?
Like the inside, the holes open up when you do that, I think.
Well, I don't know. I don't have it. I'm just
Well,
going.
Hoochie,
I'm just going off the information I got.
she probably squat over the camera. Maybe. I don't know.
At least make it worth my while a little bit there for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's kind of a shame because I'm thinking about this because I have a lot of friends that do OnlyFans.
I believe she was teaching elementary school. Remember, I said that thing earlier about whatever. If she's teaching high school, you
Fine.
can't get away with that. But
Yeah,
if you're
no,
teaching,
I
like,
agree with
third
that.
graders, your fucking third grade kid shouldn't know that Miss Niam Ki Guani, whatever the fuck her
Yeah.
name is.
Narum Horingekyo.
Whatever the
Yeah,
fuck it is.
but that's the thing. If you get tenure as a teacher, I mean, say you teach for years and years, I mean, those same third graders that you were teaching are going to become eventually adults, and they're going to find that
They
shit.
are going to come. They're going to come of age.
Oh, they're going to come all right. So,
Bitch, have you seen Mrs. Umbelaweki? God damn, her whole butthole's on the internet. She does squat pictures.
Well,
guys.
I tried looking for a squat picture, but this was the only thing I could find.
Yeah.
she's
Well,
not
who's
bad. I
that?
mean, she doesn't look bad.
That's her?
That's
That's
her.
Man, she put her head on somebody else's body, man. That ain't her.
I don't
You
know.
don't
I
think
seen a couple other angles. The one I saw was not very flattering. It was just a picture of her laying with her head sticking up, and it was a big old dildo. It went across the whole screen. It's like she was trying to measure something.
She had it as a $9.99 special.
$10.
Yeah.
Damn.
$10
I
for
mean,
that.
does it say how many subs she's got? Does it say
I think it used to say something
think
like
do
that,
that.
but I don't think it does anymore.
Patreon, where you can find out how many people are subscribed?
Yeah, I think they used to have something like that, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I will let me say these. I got two things.
It's
I want to
more.
say.
Hey, it's more than 10. I bet you.
Probably. Oh, definitely more than 10.
Yeah.
So,
About to be 11 in an hour.
As I said, B-Rob's fucking
B-Rob,
signing his
yeah.
fucking credit card in right now.
B-Rob swiping his credit card as we speak. So I have a lot of friends that do like sex work and stuff. So when someone gets outed, it's always a shitty thing to happen. Like nobody. I understand that people are putting their their business out there. And nobody knows how to mind their business. But it's always a shitty instance when someone gets outed. Now, especially if someone's teaching. I agree with you, Joe. I agree with you, Jody, to an extent. Like, after a certain age group when it comes to teaching kids. You probably shouldn't be doing that because they will find out.
Sure.
But at the same time, especially when it comes to teaching, are we so fucked as a society that we're not paying teachers enough that they have to resort to
That
something
was
like
really
this?
the most offensive thing I saw on the whole thing. They did end up showing like a pay stub with her name on it, and it had her other the government name, I guess. And it said that I think she was making like $23 an hour teaching fucking fifth graders. And I go, that's disheartening. I said, that's not much more than I make, and I don't have a degree. Damn. We should really pay teachers more. Then maybe they wouldn't have to put their buttholes on the internet.
I mean, we really should. I mean, hell, my sister's a teacher, and you know, we're in
What's
the
her
area.
OnlyFans?
She doesn't have an OnlyFans, thank God.
You don't know that. What's her last name?
It's like,
probably yours. I'm gonna type it in.
fuck you. Fuck you. But my point is like, yeah, are we really paying teachers so little that, you know, that they have to resort to OnlyFans? Hell, I know people. Well, I don't know people, but I know of people like cops are actually resorting to using OnlyFans now.
Hey, that one that got ran through
Police
back in
officers?
Tennessee or wherever, man.
Oh yeah,
I'm not
that
talking
one
about
lady.
the one in Tennessee.
I'm just saying she could have made one.
I mean, she could have if she really wanted to. I wouldn't.
Did you say? Hey, did you say cops?
Yes. Like
Like
bad boys. What you
You
want? Them
gone? What you
motherfuckers.
gone?
Police
Dude.
officers with OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually interviewed one when I went to Exotica for J&C.
I didn't know that was a thing. Hold on,
Yeah.
guys. I'll be right
You
back. I gotta
actually,
go do some research.
I interviewed an individual. Her name is Lieutenant
You get-
Bella Lexi, I think.
I thought you were about to say Lieutenant
Yeah,
Diane.
So her and I had a very candid conversation about it, and it's actually more common than we think. I see, and even up to that point, I had seen quite a few stories of it happening already.
Well, they probably
I mean,
don't mix
well, think
business
about
and
it.
pleasure. Like they don't wear their uniform while they're
Yeah.
gaping
I
their shit
mean,
out.
who knows? We don't know that. I don't buy the content. You know, as much as I had a bit of an addiction towards the latter half of last year, I've been honest about that. I didn't see anybody I didn't subscribe to any cops, nor were they wearing any uniforms. So
Yeah. Just cocks, not cops.
cops enunciation. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but like, I mean, what we fail to realize, regardless of their position or whatnot, some motherfucking people are trying to make some money, man. I mean, it'll be what it be.
It's a hustle.
Be right.
It's a-
You didn't spunk my brain out because now I'm going. Cox is filmed on location.
Yeah, that's it.
Bad Bones.
What you gonna do?
That was the show that was being filmed when them 919 motherfuckers showed up and shit, like the Spartans.
Bad Bones. Bad Bones.
They was all in a line and shit with their dicks in their hand. It was like, what is our profession?
Oh fuck.
Did you hear there was a streaker at the Super Bowl? Like I know you guys talk about sports a little. I don't know if you want to
Oh,
talk
I heard
about the
I
Super
heard
Bowl at
about
all.
that.
There was some guy that
Yeah, he was shooting in the crowd.
he goddamn didn't even take his pants off. That's not streaking. That's just a ragged ass motherfucker running across the field.
So hold on a second. So what are we considering streaking now? Because I stopped
Naked.
watching after
Balls
the-
naked. That's what streaking means. You are butt naked. Don't you ever heard the song?
Yes,
Man,
you can call him the street.
a motherfucker named Ray Stevens back in my day. He would make
Fastest
funny,
man on
silly
2
songs.
feet.
And one of them is called the streak. And that's the whole point. You're supposed to be ass naked, running through the grocery store, running through the laundry mat, just butt naked, piece and chain swinging, as they like to say.
Hell, the Naked Mile, that fucking 30th goddamn American Pie movie.
Yep.
That's what it was all about. Just butt ass naked running.
Streaking. Yeah, he didn't take his pants off and he got tackled, which is just kind of lame. Whatever. You're just a
Well,
drunk
that's probably that's probably because he couldn't, complete the whole ensemble or whatever. He couldn't get fully into his birthday suit before you got.
But why
tackled.
wouldn't you do? First of all, you should already have it like done as you're about to reach the guardrail to get onto the field. No,
Hey man,
That's
you
what
might
I
trip
would-
over your shit.
I mean you might, but
They'd be like, some angry woman has traveled out onto the field right now. I don't know what's up, but her bush is huge.
you know something? Why don't we have? I hate to be a little misogynistic here, but why don't we have women streakers, man? Why is it always got to be fucking drunk dudes?
Yeah.
Can't we have a little eye candy?
Well, there
in these
used to be
games?
one in the 70s or the 80s. She would go up and run
Yeah.
up on baseball players. and
Baseball
kill them.
games, yeah.
You know something? You know this reminds me of too.
I would watch baseball if there was naked broads running through the
Oh,
outfield.
bro, she
So
had
let me
fucking
get to that.
badonkadonk,
They
man.
used
If
to.
it was even a chance, like if it was like on Mortal Kombat when you're kicking somebody's ass and then he goes, toasty, Like if I was just watching baseball
Yeah.
in the fifth inning and it was like titties.
That story reminds me of
Hey.
Hunter. You might remember. Remember the one chick that showed her tits during the World Series a couple of years ago?
I remember that.
I do.
Yeah, so everybody remembers that. She ended up being like some wannabe entrepreneur, and I haven't heard anything about her since.
I thought she had OnlyFans too.
I think
sounds
she
like
had
it worked.
I think she was married to or dating Jake Paul for a while too. Of all
Ew.
people. I'm like 90% sure on that,
Yeah.
but
That explains her behavior.
I had something about that Kansas City streaker thing. So he posted a TikTok. I don't know if we were going to cover this. He posted a TikTok saying how he got arrested, but it was worth it because when he saw that you could place a bet for if there would be a
who's
streaker or not,
did he get all the money?
he placed a $20,000 bet, paid $10,000 for the Super Bowl ticket, spent a night in jail, and then pocketed $10K.
Only
Okay,
10?
that's actually smart. That's actually kind of smart.
Up 5 bands.
Not for- I don't know, man.
Wait,
how
but
much would it cost you to go streaking? He went down like a quarterback. He didn't like try to outrun the security guards. He basically took a dive, and he didn't have his dick all the way out. So maybe he didn't get charged with the full like indecent inspo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He probably got trespassing, if anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So some kind of bullshit jaywalking or whatever the fuck. Like you got to have your dick out. That's the whole point, I think.
Hey,
I
man.
don't know. Maybe he was thinking about the kids.
True.
Yo,
Taylor
could you
Swift-
imagine? Could you imagine if
would have
the
fainted in the box? You're like, oh Jesus Christ!
The mother's cover your eyes, Johnny. You can't see this.
She did.
Nelson, catch me.
imagine if the
Ice
Nickelodeon
Spice.
broadcast showed the streaker?
You know what? They had
Would've been hilarious.
Larry the Lobster out there as a quote unquote streaker during the Super Bowl.
Did they?
Yeah.
Was this after it happened?
No, it was like before it happened, and I think they did
Really?
after too. Yeah,
They called it.
he
Bastards.
was like, "Yeah, this is kind of fun, guys."
It's
You know
like
the-
The Simpsons.
The funny part about the whole Nickelodeon broadcast was that they actually were like wearing like a full getup to like have the CGI around them and whatever. Because I saw behind the scenes of Patrick and the voices of Patrick and SpongeBob in the broadcast booth. So they had to have like a whole CGI getup. So I mean, like
I love
someone
it.
was
I
literally
think-
walking on the field with that whole fucking
Mish,
thing on.
if more sports had things like that, like just people that I like watching sports and commentating instead of, fucking Tony Romo and whatever.
Oh, Jim!
You know-
Oh, I'm coming in my pants.
Right. I think I would
Are
probably
you still
watch-
talking about that first story we talked about?
Yes.
Who she meant still on the record. But what were you saying, Jody?
That was it. I was just saying different audio tracks. Like I probably would check out the SpongeBob football game because you're sitting there catching a buzz and you're like,
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah.
just
watch
you,
football.
yeah, you
How
got
many
the
times
you
have
got the
watched
game
football?
on. Yeah, you got the game on, and you could just like pick what audio track you want to listen
Yeah,
to
like a
watch
DVD,
the
you
game.
can get alternate commentary, and it's
Oh, yeah.
SpongeBob and
Yeah,
Patrick. That'd
SpongeBob
be
and Patrick
fucking
were calling it. McCaffrey fumbled early, and then Patrick's like, "You have to firmly grasp it."
But I think more channels are starting to gravitate towards that now because like ESPN has the Manning cast on Monday nights, and every now and again Pat McAfee has his shtick. I think during the college games.
It'll come around.
Yeah.
Like it's just
Yeah.
new. There's still when people figure out there's money to be when people figure out there's goddamn money to be made, they'll make sure that shit happens. God damn it.
Like the money that you want to make making WWE dildos.
I can't shake this story. I'm telling it everywhere. Somebody
Oh
invited me
my
onto a thing
God.
tonight. I talked about it fucking on your show. I talked about it in the secret show. I did all this stuff. And now it's all everybody can talk about. I think I might have stepped in it. I'm going to have to make WWF dildos.
You got to make some prototypes. I actually put
Don't
out
do that.
I put out a feeler in one of my DM group chats, and someone was
What
like,
did
"No."
you feel on though?
Yeah, no shit.
It's like because there were some ladies. I'm like, any ladies or wrestling fans into this idea? And someone was
Just
like,
a-
"Fuck no."
just a fucking Yokozuna, just a butt plug with a long stripe up the back of it.
It'd have to be a really massive butt plug, though.
Yeah, sure, like the size of a parking cone. It's just wrapped it right in back.
Listen,
Stuff that in your ass.
some women can take it.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's called a bonsai plug.
Bonsai plug. Jesus Christ.
It weighs 500 pounds.
So then who's gonna be the Mr. Fuji throwing the rice or the salt in the air?
Oh,
That'd be
God.
something
Ceremony.
smaller. Yeah, it'd be fine.
Oh my God.
I don't get
That's
into a
not
lot of
right.
sports. Like I had one thing that I wanted to talk to you guys about, just because like I want to relate to sports stuff, and maybe you guys can touch base with me here. You can touch tip too, but base is probably the best.
Fair. What do you got for us?
So I got the Peacock app, right? So to watch my wrestlings up until my birthday, WrestleMania, then I'll probably cut it off. Usually. But there's this other thing happening in like August that I'm also a really big fan of. And I don't know if you guys know this about me. I love the Olympics. I've always been a fan of the Olympics since I was a little fucking kid. It's all the shit I can't do. I watch them do it for a week. I'm not like a watch it 24 hours a day like a maniac, but like throughout the day for a week or however long it is.
I will just snorting a line, watching them curl and shit.
I watch
sweep it, sweep it.
I love
Don't touch them. Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
I love when
Dude,
they're
fuck. If you ask me, I don't even know which one I could pick. I love the Olympics altogether. So like winter versus
Gymnastics
summer.
is my shit. Yeah.
Gymnastics is pretty
I
fucking great.
really love
Volleyball's
curling
cool.
for some reason. I don't know why. I like when they do it and then they're like, hold, and they're just they're using the swifter.
Curling is just like ice bocce. That's really all it is. It's
Dude,
like
that's what
literally
my
what
buddy told me this. He goes, "This is the reason why you watch it and you think it's cool, is because you watch it on TV and you go, I could do that." He said, until you try to do it and then you realize it's not as easy as it goddamn looks. It's just those are professionals.
I don't know. Curling seems like it's therapeutic to me or whatever. I would just watch the motherfucker got his leg out and shit and just sliding, and I'm just sitting there like, man, that's cool as shit.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's
like,
it's
hit it.
There's certain sports that are just like cathartic to watch. I don't know what it is. Like even
Cornhole.
they have Olympic cornhole.
Well, not Olympics,
they
but like
definitely have
Okay, yeah,
world
but cornhole, I see that.
games.
it's ABL. Yeah, they got a freaking the ACL or whatever. They got a freaking actual league. They pay it on ESPN. They got sponsorships. They got all that shit.
I've seen pickleball too. That's really taken off.
Yeah, that's
You know
taking off.
You know what I've been fucking with though recently? I've been fucking with lacrosse. Lacrosse has actually been something I've enjoyed watching on.
I like football. No, that's the one with sticks, right? And
That's
Yeah,
the
that's the one with
stick in the
sticks.
net.
So like
they
a friend,
sling a golf ball at each other, and they only wear like hockey pads up top.
Yeah.
basically. I think they're depending on the type of lacrosse. I think
Field
some,
hockey is what
some
I
people
imagine
are
that
more
would be
padded
called.
than others, but
Essentially, yeah.
Yo,
So look,
rugby is some rough shit too.
rugby's fun.
rugby's fucking wild. Okay, so look, here's the thing. This is my little spoiler though. Like, I like the Olympics, I do, but there's this other thing that I discovered a couple years ago, just because I like
Special
the
Olympics.
It's not the Special Olympics, but you're close. It's the Paralympics, and it happens like
What?
2 weeks after the Olympics every year. Now, if you like the Olympics like me, you watch the shit and you go, that looks amazing, man. I can never do that. I can't skate like that. I can't do flippy doos on the bars. I can't, I can't bobsled. When I tell you, you will never think the same way. You'll never respect those people quite as much, because one time you watch the Paralympics and you'll realize that the real Olympics ain't shit. You want to watch some real fucking competition and some shit that will blow your mind? Watch the Paralympics 2 weeks later.
So do they have it for the the winter and the summer like the regular
Yes,
Olympics?
they absolutely.
They do it 2 weeks later?
They do it 2 weeks after the Olympics every time.
Same spots?
Everything's set up already. You know what I'm saying? So it gives them 2 weeks to get everything cleaned up, get everything moved in and adjusted, because obviously Paralympics, like, I've seen people swim. I've seen people break world records swimming with no fucking arms. Do you understand me? Like, people that just stand on the edge of the pool, sleek as a fucking, they look like a dildo in water. And they jump in there and they go like bloop, 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 bloop. And there's a dude at the other end of the fucking pool with a big squishy foam thing, because they don't have any fucking arms. So they can't
stop
how close or stop where they're at the wall. So they have to literally drop this thing in the water and they bump into it.
That's why
I don't know how the fuck you can't swim without arms. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Mish.
Oh yeah, you can do it.
I'm sure you could do it. I can.
watch
As you
it.
describe it, I cannot. In my head, I cannot fathomly.
Now, what's
understand.
not fair is it's not really broken up into disability divisions, right? So the
so you can have like a guy with no arms and another guy with no legs and shit.
well, the guy, they'll have legs. Usually it's paraplegic, so they're in a wheelchair. So what they do is they scooch them up on the edge of the pool, and then right when it's time to go, they go, all right, hop in, and they fucking jump in the water. They get pushed in the water, let's be honest. They get splooshed in, and then they're swimming like Joe from Family Guy, like their little fucking spaghetti legs are just dragging behind them, but they're swimming their fucking asses off trying to get across the pool. They're not retarded. They're just, their legs don't work, you know?
That's a
Well,
lot of
their upper
core.
body strength is probably fucking
They're fucking
ridiculous. If we're going to
swole. They
use
look
the Joe
like fucking
analogy.
UFC fighters while they're fucking digging through the water. And you're just like, God damn, man. Like, look at these swimmers. Yeah, sure, you can swim with all your fucking appendages. I got more respect for this motherfucker that's got one leg swimming through the fucking shit like a manatee. That's amazing. I've watched people. Alpine skiing is when they just started doing. That's downhill skiing. They go 80 miles an hour in real life, like on regular snow Olympic sports. They're coming down and they go through the flags. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the one that
Go over
Lindsey Vonn
hills and
did.
shit. I've seen people wipe the fuck out, like NASCAR style. Dude, a motherfucker, some of them have like seats, like a springboard on a ski, because their legs don't work. So they strap them into it. And all they get is arm skis to hold out to keep themselves sturdy while they're going down the side of a goddamn mountain. And they're going 85 miles an hour. And sometimes they wipe out. They hit the ground and the shit don't bounce right. And then they just go boo, 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 and roll down the fucking mountain.
I mean, but you gotta think though, man. It's like that shit probably don't hurt.
Guys, there are blind people that ski down the mountain, and what they do is they have another skier in front.
Oh no!
What?
That's no,
Matt, I swear to God, you won't
Stop.
shut up right now. They can ski like 1 second faster than the person behind them, and they're going left, right.
No.
There's no fucking way that that's
They're
what
yelling, they're saying like be Rob, so you can like follow the sound of their voices. And I swear to fucking God, it's the most amazing shit you've ever seen.
That's wild.
They have both seasons. Like I said, there's shot put for people in wheelchairs. They don't really do running stuff. Like it's not like wheelchairs versus motherfuckers with springy legs. That would be crazy. But like there's some games they invented that only blind people play. I forget what it's called. It's called like
Marco Polo.
Rob, it's fucked up when you're close because you've been close a bunch tonight. It's not quite Marco Polo, but there's like 8 people sitting on, let's say, a basketball floor or a basketball court, right? You cut that in half. You know what I'm saying? So it's a half court.
Yeah.
There's ropes on the ground that let them know like where their spot is, but they get people out to their spots. You hold on to your little rope, and they have to wear these face guard things because these guys and gals, they roll this volleyball across the floor, and their job is to like pick it up and throw it or hit it or punt it, whatever. But basically they have to stay in their spot. So they hold on to this. There's a goalie. There's a blind person blocking fucking volleyballs getting whipped at their faces.
That is impossible.
No, it's not. Nothing is impossible.
Listen,
the human spirit is unbreakable.
But I understand that, B-Rob, but I at the same time, like the whole point of being a goalie is to see.
It's your intuition, your fucking spider senses, dog. Now here's the thing. It's not.
I'd have to skip to believe.
Like I said, there's not really weight classes in this. You know what I'm saying? So like there's some people that are completely fucking blind. Can't see a goddamn thing. There's some people that maybe they have one eye and can't see very well out of it. Some people that are damn near blind can't see. They're all wearing like fucking face masks kind of. So it evens the playing field, but they're literally just playing earball, like listening to the shit bounce. But when they start the match, there's a dude, you guys have played kickball, I'm assuming. That might have been a little before your time, but like there's a person with a dodgeball, and they stand off to the side and they just roll it underhanded towards the fucking goal at the other end. And it's the other people's job to like hear it, bounce it, fucking grab it or kick it away. It's amazing. Watch the Paralympics. That's my pick of the week.
No lie.
Remember I said this, when you see the Olympics come around, just go, that's all cool and shit. But like 2 weeks after Paralympics, watch it.
So speaking of the Olympics, sorry, go ahead.
Well, real quick, like I believe what he said. I mean, I'm not discounting it or whatever. It's a real thing, but like I used to work at a building downtown Houston, Texas, to where there was a blind man, like legit blind, couldn't see shit. He ran a freaking convenience store in the building that I did security for.
Oh shit.
And it was wild to see, in person, to where like he would ride the bus to work. He would get off at the bus stop and he have his stick and everything, and he would walk through fucking downtown Houston, Texas to get to the building,
That's insane.
And like by himself, like unassisted, just
Stevie Wonder in his goddamn way through.
Yeah, with his stick and everything. And it's wild too, because like, you because he owned the not the building, but like he owned a little convenience store in there. He paid the rent, you know, that's his shop. And he worked the register.
Sure.
Like
that
I can
old
go
dude from fucking Gremlins.
Did he give exact change?
Yes, like I go up to the register, I put my shit on the counter, and he knows what it is. Like I put down like I would usually get like the you know, the little clear, the plastic lemonade bottles, the Minute Maid joints or whatever.
Yeah, I know.
I would get them.
Sure.
And you know, I would order something off the grill because he had a cook back there. You know, not impaired, but like a cook.
That
So
guy
he
had one arm. He's making cheesesteaks.
you know, he get the sandwich and I put the drink down or whatever. He was like, all right, country time. And he like typing on the freaking thing. Fucking drawer come out. I give him a 20. He'll fill it, put it in the thing, give me the change as I see it on the screen.
Sure.
You know? And I'm just like,
that's a 20.
Like, but this was the fucked up part about it too. Cause like I seen him many times do this shit or whatever. And I would forget he blind. I would fucking forget. So I had to leave and go to the back to the bathroom. You know, that bathroom downstairs is shared by the people in the cafe, the workers, everybody, you know. So I go to the bathroom, and a normal person, when, you know, I'm coming out and you're coming in, you know, we do the little dance, you know, oh, excuse me, you know.
Yeah.
I forget every time this motherfucker can't see, and we walk right into each other every fucking time. every fucking time.
Now, to be fair though, I wouldn't. It would not surprise me if the cook behind was impaired, because I've seen some shit on TV where it's like, oh yeah, I'm like 3/4 of the way blind, and they're still like.
They're just training each other, working out like partners, just throwing shit across the room.
But
Not
did
even
you hear
that. Like,
but did you hear that, Jody?
What? Yeah,
What-
sure.
Like what happened with me and the blind guy?
No, I went to get a beer, Rob. You were watching. You fucking
Well,
asshole.
nah, I don't know. You got like portable headphones, motherfucker.
I didn't, I'm sorry, but I bet it was hilarious. You guys were laughing like a motherfucker.
Well, I'll tell you too, because I want you to be in the circle as well. Now, you know, I'm in the building with the blind dude or whatever. I know he blind. Everybody know he blind, but we all use the same restroom down on the first floor. So, you know, I go to the restroom or whatever, and sometimes he would come in there, you know, to use the bathroom. And you know how it is with somebody that can actually
wash your hands.
No. You know, with somebody who can actually see, you know, you're going out there, coming in, and you do the little, excuse me. And I forget every fucking time this dude can't see, and we run right into each other like full on, just bam. Like,
Just chest bumping like your team just won. What up, motherfucker?
Yeah, I forget every time. And there was like a lot of times too, to where he would come in through the turnstile and shit, and then we'll just be over there doing the shit, and then all we hear is like, boom, wall. Oh, one time it was like 5 o'clock in the morning, and like I said, he get dropped off on the bus stop, and he would come in, and there's like this big hedge of bushes in front of the building, and he would miscalculate, and that motherfucker go head on into the bushes, man. And I'm just like, fuck, that's not funny.
What's fucked up is I put it in the other perspective, and I'm like, here's this guy who's blind running a convenience store, and he's like, you want to hear some weird shit? He's telling his kid or whoever he confides in, his wife, his fucking therapist, he's like, so every time I go to piss, though, there's this one motherfucker. I don't know what his name is, but I know how he smells.
Yeah.
And I try to walk, and he probably doesn't. I don't know what he's gonna say. He'd be like, "And the motherfucker just chest bumps me every goddamn time. Like I don't know what his fucking problem is. I don't like him. I give him his change. I'm gonna start fucking shortchanging this motherfucker. He fucks with me sometimes. He goes, "What I got now?" And I know he's got a bag of chips behind his back, bastard.
Mhm.
I charge him for him anyway.
Yeah, I've done that shit before, no lie.
Wow.
You got a
piece
Slim
of
Jim in your
shit.
pocket, motherfucker.
You
That'll be
piece of
another
shit.
$2.
I'm just like, I would just like, I would put my shit down like normal,
Yeah.
and I would just like kind of slide something
Stack them
else
on
up
top
there.
of each other. Put a ho-ho on top of a can of soda, you bitch.
Just like put it ever so gently where he can't actually hear it, but he's probably still going to anyway with his enhanced
Fucking
sense.
the echolocation on human beings is wild.
Yeah, dude. Your senses get crazy. And that's one of the reasons, like, to loop it back to the Paralympics, man. Like, it's awesome. It's amazing. That's why I watch it. I prefer it, actually. I like the Olympics. I love the Paralympics.
Yeah,
Because seeing
humans
people
are amazing.
do amazing shit is what I like.
Mhm.
You know, it's funny we're talking about the Olympics and the Super Bowl all in one episode, because I don't know if you remember, Jody. I still have a bet going on, technically.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember a bet on my old show where apparently there was rumors that pole dancing was going to be an Olympic sport sometime. Either it was this upcoming Olympics or the next Olympics or whenever.
I don't doubt it.
Do they really have pole dancing?
I don't know if they have it this time around. They may have it the next time around. But
why did you do some fucking investigating before you even bring it up, Mish? Now
all I'm saying is that I still think that the Super Bowl would outview that particular sport in the Olympics.
Well, now all I'm thinking about are how the Swedish women are going to try and beat the American women.
All I'm thinking about is there's going to be some dude in a onesie out there wagging his dick around.
Let me see. Pole dancing.
I'm a gal.
Well, I mean, I forget.
And then he's going to win a fucking gold medal.
My name's Roberta, not Robert.
There is a 4% chance. Yes, a 4% chance that pole dancing will be an Olympic sport in 2024.
4 is not enough.
So, technically speaking, my side of the bet is still winning.
If you want to see a form of pole dancing, watch guys alpine ski with no legs. That's the same thing. They hold their little skis out and they fucking jig from side to side. It's amazing.
Nah, but I forget. I think it's in India or somewhere or whatever, where they got those guys. They doing those like pole Olympic type sports or whatever, to where like they're in their freaking little banana hammock and shit, and they're doing like stripper pole type shit.
Sure.
As a sport or whatever. I forget.
Probably like planking off of that shit. Like it's the horizontal bar or the vertical bars instead.
Yeah, the vertical part. Yeah. For real. It is. It's just like that.
That would be funny. That's the way they get it in there. It's like, don't use the polishy poles. Just use a fucking pommel horse with that weird bar on it, and then make them go the other way. You can get away with that.
And I also have to say this anytime a stripper pole or anything has been brought up, a lot of people don't know this, and I feel obligated to educate everybody.
Oh boy.
Most strip clubs that you go to, majority of them, the pole actually spins.
Wait,
I just want people to know that.
You didn't
the
know
pole
that?
actually Yeah.
I've never been into a strip club. Dante tries to get me one all the time, and I don't have the money
You-
to fucking
you-
go.
I've never
You
been to
go
one
to
either, but I
you
know
go to
it.
AVN. You gotta have a motherfucking adult podcast. Your ass ain't never been to a motherfucking
I never went to
strip club.
AVN. I went to Exotica.
Matt
Same difference, motherfucker. Stop speaking
He's got
semantics.
boobs and butt out. It's the same thing.
is a good boy, and he knows that if he went into a strip club, 2 things would happen. He would lose his paycheck, and he would fall in love, and that's why he can't go into a place.
He'll be 920.
You Rob, not everybody
It would be 920. Yes.
He really would be. That's how it worked too. You probably got a coupon when you showed up that day at the fucking Spearmint Rhino or whatever, and they're like, "Yeah, shit."
You know what
Stay
sucks?
after for the world's largest gangbang.
You know what sucks though? I used to, at my old job, there was a strip club literally 2 minutes away, and for some reason, I never got to there before I left that job.
Yep.
I really wanted to go, and then they let me go and laid me off and shit. And I was like, God damn it! Now I'm never gonna be there to go to that strip club.
I've only been to one. I did the
You've
perfect,
only been to one strip club.
did the perfect game. I enjoyed myself. I've never been back inside one because I set the bar so high. I don't think that I could I could move it. Anything else is going to be lackluster, and I'll be chasing the booty dragon.
The
So-
closest one near me is next to a fish factory, so you have no clue where
Yeah.
you have no clue where the fish smell's coming from.
Yeah, I like it.
Oh.
I
God damn it, Hunter!
walked into a Kroger the other day, and it was like that, dude. And I was like, God damn, it's stinking here.
You know, some Krogers have like sportsbook betting booths now.
What?
No, that's pretty cool. You can get lottery tickets at mine, but you can't go see a bookie. That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
Hey, there you go. I found the sport is in the private chat there. I got a YouTube link.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Hold on. I'll pull this up so everybody can watch.
Hey,
Hold on.
look at you producing on the fly, Mish.
Yeah, I got to do what I got to do. Someone's got to do it.
This is like professional shit out there in their country, man. Shit is wild.
Let me just make sure. Also, tab audio, share. Everybody see that? Okay.
They come.
Let
Mhm.
me see if I could full screen that a little bit.
Oh yeah, Amazon National Malakam
Fuck.
Malakalikum.
Hey, what the hell?
Oh.
Spider-Man?
Okay, I'm out. So I have a few thoughts. First of all, we have Mowgli, basically from the Jungle Book, in a alarm claw.
Fuck?
That's a tree. That's not a. It looks like a baseball bat.
It looks like a shaved down tree of some sort. What?
It is a shaved down tree, but it looks like fucking like a big old bat.
All right, now you're just showing off, dude.
Gee, save some pussy for the rest of us. God damn.
I think you're gonna have a they do dismounts.
He's gonna stand up, ain't he? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh hell no.
They do dismounts and everything, dog. They mount like the freaking horizontal, and they look at that. Yeah,
Holy
you thought
shit.
he fell, didn't you? I got you, bitch.
Man, now imagine a chick doing that. That's the kind of shit they do.
I pay money to see a chick do that for real.
They slam you, but that's the point.
Look the guy in the background though. Look the guy in the background. He is on the chain.
Oh fuck! I didn't even notice that. Holy shit! Look at that. These guys are just wow. This is
when your girl
riveting
mentions
stuff.
about the guy not to worry about. This is the guy that she mentions not to
I
worry
don't
about.
know, dude, because you know there's going to be some.
Look here the
What's
dismount.
he gonna
Here
do?
the dismount.
So now he's gonna jump off of it now, right?
Yeah, they got a dismount.
Oh boy!
Listen,
Damn,
ladies
he
and
ain't
gentlemen,
wearing
I
a
can't.
Look at his feet and toes on that thing, man. Look at that.
He's barely even standing on it, and he fucking hit the landing.
You hit the fucking shooting star press on the dismount.
He landed
Yeah.
that shit.
He hit the shooting star press on that shit and everything. I gotta make that into a fucking clip because no one's gonna understand what the fuck we just watched.
That
Because
was amazing.
that was amazing. Yes, that was
That was
India,
a
you
wood.
said,
That
Big
was a
Rob?
fucking wood pole. Do you imagine the splinters?
Mhm.
Oh no!
Well, you know what I saw though? I think he had like some powder on his feet to like
Yeah, yeah.
prevent something like that.
Oh yeah, that matters.
They got it's just like anything. You got to chalk it up, baby.
Chalk it up.
That I don't walk around barefoot in my own house. Like that's amazing.
Hey, so I got one more thing I want to talk about before we wrap up for today's show, man.
Yes.
Obviously, we've been talking a little bit about Super Bowl. What did we all think about the halftime show?
I didn't
Genuine
watch it.
curious.
Hey
You didn't
man,
watch it?
Chris Bridges, love that man. Me and my
Yeah.
dad were talking about it because he's like, I'm not watching it. I'm not watching. Not sure.
You call him by his government
Oh,
name?
my dad calls him by his government name. He likes
Yeah.
doing that.
I got a few of those.
We were
I got
talking
a
about
few
that in the
people
first
that I
quarter,
call
though.
government names for sure. People you lose respect for, like celebrities, and so you don't even call them a celebrity name no more. You just call them by their real last name. I got two of them right off the top of my head. If you'd like to hear them,
Go right ahead.
Colson Baker, formerly known as Machine Gun Kelly. He doesn't
Yeah.
deserve the title no more. So
No.
Colson Baker
That's fair.
and Mark Sinclair, also known as Vin Diesel. I don't call him Vin Diesel. That's
What's your beef with Vin Diesel?
what
What's your beef with Mark Sinclair?
his name? Why didn't he be Mark Sinclair? Vin Diesel's a stupid fucking name.
Yeah, there's also like I
Vince?
think
Vincent,
no,
Vinny.
I think-
Vin.
I think your boy with the Weeknd is talking about shedding the Weeknd moniker and just going by his name.
Weekday.
But that's his whole
not
thing.
gonna- that's not gonna work.
Yeah.
First of all,
But
I
also-
don't even like the Weeknd that much anyway. I don't understand everybody's.
Oh, the Weeknd's phenomenal.
Yeah, Weeknd's good.
He's been
But like,
they've had his fucking songs on the last like 3 WrestleManias for theme songs. I'm
Five.
sick of
Yeah.
It's
this
5
guy.
now.
5?
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
Five.
And I thought fucking what was it, Greenlight from WrestleMania 33 was bad. I've had Weekend for 5 years straight after that. I can't
well,
handle it no more.
this is my train of thought on that. This is when I first heard that, I automatically thought that like this is so he can create under his own thing or whatnot, because somebody probably owns the name The Weeknd, you know, one of the record labels or company or whoever he signed to or whatever. So him shedding The Weeknd, they get that money no more and it goes to him.
Matt,
Yeah.
last week when we talked about it, you weren't too familiar with Usher Raymond. How did you enjoy your big showdown with Usher?
Listen, I was vaguely familiar with some. I knew the hits basically, right? And
I knew he was going to do, yeah. When I saw
Oh, yeah, he was totally gonna
Lil
do
Jon,
that.
I go, yeah, okay, here we go. That's going to be the whole song. But he did like 10 seconds of the other ones, man. He really didn't stick to anything long. He did a medley.
Yeah. 13 minutes uninterrupted.
There's so many hits. That's the problem, dude.
Yeah, and he spent
Like,
half the
I
time
guess-
hugging up Alicia Keys.
well, I was going to say the whole point I wanted to bring it up was because the whole Alicia Keys part.
Can you
And first of
blame
all,
him?
can we just say, like, was it 43 years old? Alicia Keys is. She's still fine as hell. Oh my
Can we
God.
also, okay,
That
observation.
man does not respect anyone's relationship. That's all I will say.
Yeah, he's
Usher
Usher.
Raymond
He just
respects no one's
Put his
relationship.
hand on your mama's booty. Dare him. Usher will take her home too.
I never
I
took her
wonder-
seriously after 2009.
What happened then?
She performed with Jay-Z that New York
Yeah,
song.
New York.
Yeah, during the World
Yeah,
Series.
Empire State of Mind.
And the Phillies lost to the Yankees, so I've had a vendetta against them since.
I get it. That makes sense. Look,
Oh, fuck off and your vendettas with sports. Take the
Personal.
L and move
It's
on.
personal, Matt. Scarred me as a
Fuck.
youth.
You're
Not
you know
as
what?
bad as Tom Brady.
I said this to you last week, and I'll say it again. Fuck your childhood, okay? You know what? Everything that bad happened in your childhood made my childhood great. So fuck you.
fuck your whole childhood. Look, so two things from the watching the show there. I think that Usher should have sang more of his songs. It was interesting to me. They actually were singing. That doesn't usually happen, guys. Like, I don't know. I'm not a huge sports fan, but I know this. They don't usually let you sing in the Super Bowl. They do a lip sync. They have a track because if your fucking microphone breaks or your pack don't work or it falls off or you dance around and drop your shit, you could fuck up the whole performance. So they typically don't let you sing. So it was kind of cool to me, I think, that Usher, and even though she was a little pitchy in the beginning, she was nervous. Alicia Keys all got to sing and they all got to do their fucking thing.
Well, I mean, you also got to think as far as Usher's side of it or whatever. This dude is like in Vegas with a freaking residency and shit, so he's singing like every night anyway. And
He's
shit.
just down the street. He had roller skates on.
Yeah,
That was a
wild.
cool part. I'm not gonna lie.
It was all great. I fucking loved every second of it. I did have a beef, and I'm sorry, guys. Anybody out there that hears this, when I saw the tiny man in the white socks on the stage, I go, "Oh look, CeeLo Green's
I said the same thing. I said the same thing.
said, what does CeeLo Green do with Usher? And I'm sitting here going like, that's cool though. And then it cuts to a little bit closer and I go, oh shit, no. I go, that's MC Hammer. Well, good for him. What did MC Hammer do with fucking Usher? Has he been around that long? And then he started talking and I go, oh shit, that's Jermaine Dupri. Okay. Now the cool thing is I knew all three of those names. It's just I was confused for about half a moment because I was just like, shit.
Yeah, it's February. It could have been anybody.
I was wondering,
It
like,
could
when
have
did,
been.
when
I was like,
did
who are they
CeeLo
gonna throw
Green
in?
lose so much weight?
Listen, I said something.
so
I didn't say it
short.
out loud. I didn't say it out loud. Actually, I did. I said it to my wife, and she goes, "You're fucking retarded." And then she looks and goes, "Oh wow, you're right." Usher didn't have one white person in this whole fucking in his band or the people that were dancing behind him. And I said, "Good for you, Usher." Fuck yeah.
Hey, we missed
Because you
out on
don't
Justin
need white
Bieber being
people.
there too.
I was gonna say he was at the
Justin
game.
Bieber didn't get invited. He said, "You don't get to come. Stay off my shit."
like,
And
nah, I wasn't
liked
feeling
I
it.
said, hell yeah, Usher. You fucking get in there and let motherfuckers know what's going on.
So I got into an argument with my mom because she only wanted to watch the halftime show with me, and I was only gonna watch the game up until halftime anyway. So
it's my wife. Like literally, she did shit for the whole thing. I'm just kind of watching half-ass, and then she came in there to watch the thing, and then she left.
Yeah, so all of a sudden there's a text in our family group chat. My brother says there's not a single white person in this whole thing, and then my mom like says something back, and it's like, oh yeah, if it was all white people, they would
do that.
They would be in an
from
uproar, and
outside.
I'm just like, I was like, Ma, what are you fucking talking about? This is fun. Like this is a good show. It's a solid halftime show, and then we get into a whole argument about it, and then I tell her, and then it's like, oh yeah, so what'd you think about the one a few years ago with Eminem and Dr. Dre and Mary J. Blige and 50 Cent? Like, oh yeah, that was terrible, and I'm like, what? That's the greatest halftime show I've ever seen. What the
That's
fuck
when you
are
tell
you
your
talking
mom to
about?
shut up and you get in trouble.
You know, I was talking.
That's what I did.
I was talking to my friends about that, like since the post George Floyd thing, because he brought it up, and then I actually did research about it. The only white person to perform a halftime show since then, or in a halftime show, was Eminem. I was like,
Yeah.
But Eminem actually had a legitimate. Well, I don't know if he had a legitimate reason to be in that Super Bowl, but it was still a really good appearance to make.
And he kneeled.
Oh yeah, he kneeled everybody.
Yeah, they told him not to, and he did it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Well, they don't get paid for that shit, so he can do whatever the fuck he
Yeah.
wants.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, I was gonna bring that up too. They don't get paid for those performances.
It's all in marketing. Now he does have a new CD coming out, I think, and that's what they were.
Yeah, it's all marketing. It's all
They said,
marketing
hey,
and everything.
remember Usher? He's still here. Look,
But that's the
drop an
thing,
album.
because I mean, but that's the thing, and when I really started paying attention to that is when the last Super Bowl when they had Missy
Rihanna.
Elliott came out.
Oh
yep.
no.
Yeah, and she was talking about motherfuckers forgot who I was and shit, and then like she was talking about how her freaking stream and her album shit went up like so much, and I was like, oh, And then like from this one, Usher's streaming shit went up like 500% or whatever. You know,
Probably
so
the
I mean,
most watched Super Bowl in a minute, I would think.
I think they said it was the most watched.
It's the
They
most
said it
watched
was
one in all time.
no, well, yeah, it was the most watched one since 1969, and 1969 was the moon landing.
69.
It was like 124 million views.
Yeah, that's wild.
So, and you know, it's funny you mentioned the whole streaming thing, B-Rob, because when Rihanna did it last year, everybody thought she was going to put out a new album. Meanwhile, people who are fans of her are still waiting for that to come out. So,
She's got a
She
kid.
don't have to. She got 2 kids.
yeah, she got 2 kids. She was pregnant when she made the
That's-
performance. I'm like, yep, she's
Yeah,
pregnant.
my
not to
mind.
mention that shit was crazy when her and the performers, they were lifted like 50 feet above the field and were, performing on it. I thought
While
that
she's
was crazy.
pregnant.
Yeah.
Now, you know it was wild when Lady Gaga jumped off the top of the building.
Oh,
which one was that?
That was Houston. That was when the Patriots came back. 28-3, by the way, Falcons fans. 28-3.
I didn't watch that one, so I don't
To
know.
remind people.
I laughed
The
so
Apple.
hard at the Falcons because that's a freaking the Saints' natural enemy is the Falcons or whatever. So it's just like, ha, 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 ha.
Wait,
ha.
so are you a Saints fan or are you a Texans fan since you're in Houston?
I am a Saints fan. You see
Yeah.
my Louisiana flag?
He's from Louisiana.
I
He's
don't
a
know what the
Louisiana-
fuck that is. I can't see it from here.
Yeah, you can't see it.
I have
buddy.
It's
I
right
have
here.
fucking sunglasses on.
Well, take them off, you dumb motherfucker.
Okay, I took them off, motherfucker. Jesus.
What is it? I'm gonna take mine off too. What is it? A flag?
Yeah, that's the Louisiana state flag. I know you can't see it because the cameras cut it off, but like right above it is the Saints flag and
I
everything.
can see your face. That's what I can see. Your face ain't on the goddamn Saints logo.
I didn't say that.
You
Motherfucker,
Fleur de
you.
Lis. Shut the. No, you don't. Don't shut the fuck.
Nah, but yeah, I'm only a Saints fan because I'm from that state.
That's
know,
awesome. Isn't that where the thing is next year? New Orleans?
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it?
They were
Yep.
talking about who should be
you're right,
the
it is.
halftime show. I saw somebody say that shit, and they were like, "It should be Boozy and Lil Wayne and fucking get."
Lil
Cash
Wayne's
Money."
got to be on there. in
Oh,
some
Yo,
capacity.
get Master P, No
Yeah,
Limit, and
dude.
Cash Money. No
Dude,
Limit.
the same shit they did for California. Do that shit for NOLA, dude. That'd be
Hell
great.
yeah.
A lot of people are gonna get shot, but it'd be pretty
Hey,
cool.
hey, it doesn't.
What?
Hey, like for real, it doesn't have to be a special occasion for motherfuckers to get shot.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They'll do it in the parade before and after. There'll be so many
Dog,
people.
I went to MEPS and I went to boot camp out of New Orleans,
Sure.
and we were riding around in that bitch, and they were shooting down the
People
street.
get killed. It's not like people. I've been to New Orleans a few times. It's a fun fucking place. But the trick is, like, you don't go out and do shit when you're not supposed to. Like certain
Yeah.
hours of the night, certain places, you don't fucking go there.
Now,
These
You'll get
these
shot.
motherfuckers was shooting down the street from the police station.
Right.
They don't give a fuck.
see, I'm a little nervous to hear this now because I have some friends that are going to be in Louisiana and New Orleans next week on a trip.
Have a great
so-
time. This is what you tell. This is the same thing I tell anybody who goes down there. Have a
Stay
great
on Canal.
right. Stay on the streets and
Stay
don't
on-
go out after
yeah.
midnight. Unless
Yeah.
they're young kids and you're fending for yourself, dude. If you get off the main streets after
Yeah.
midnight, you can die.
Yes, stay on Canal.
Yep.
Go do your Bourbon Street thing because that's
Follow
like
the smell.
where people
You'll know
go.
when you get to fucking Bourbon Street, you can smell it from 10 feet away, and it doesn't change till you hit it. You go, "What's that smell?" And then right when you hit Bourbon Street, you go, "Oh, that's that smell."
When the goddamn transit, when the trolleys and all that shit stop, you should be in the house.
Wise words from B-Rob, everybody, ladies and gentlemen.
You'll get to have all the fun shit before midnight. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
By
yeah, yeah.
midnight, you better be headed back.
So let me
Because
ask you this: then, what's
crazy
what's Mardi Gras was this past week? Then, so what's Mardi Gras like for you? Have you ever been to Mardi Gras? Obviously,
Nah,
I mean,
No.
nah, I never been.
I went for
Um,
my graduation trip. Like after I graduated high school, that was my mom's senior trip to me. We
and
went
that stuff,
to-
yeah. And like for me, being from the state or whatever, it was like not really my thing or
Yeah.
whatever. Because I mean, we had parades and all kinds of other Mardi Gras shit or whatever. But like for me to go to the Mecca, which is New Orleans for Mardi Gras or whatever, it never had an appeal to me. I didn't even really start going to New Orleans until I was a fucking adult. You know, I went a lot as a kid because I got drugged by my fucking parents and shit or whatever. But like, I've never actually went there to enjoy it except like last year when we went for a birthday party and shit.
It's fun,
it-
but it's like what I
it's-
imagine people felt like at Astro World, like when right before they got trampled, like when you're standing shoulder to shoulder with somebody, and you realize like if something happened, if a bomb went off right now, like you can't go anywhere because
Don't
there's that many
go
fucking people.
during the hot months.
Right.
Do not go during the hot months.
It's hot as shit in New Orleans.
I
It
made
started
the
in April.
mistake of going in July.
Oh,
Oh, that must have been muggy as shit.
Ugh.
Ugh.
Do not.
Yeah, that's
Do
tough.
not. That trip
Whew.
made me make the declaration to my family, my wife, everybody. I will go on trips, but I will never
Yep.
go in the fucking summer months anywhere.
That's the kind of heat
Ever?
that made
Ever. Nowhere.
In general.
In general. Nowhere.
Really?
Matter of fact, I'm going to California next month. Spring break. Fuck that shit. Because it's like, yeah, we can go to California next summer. I was like, no. I am never going nowhere with none of you motherfuckers. Because all y'all want to do is go in the goddamn summertime and it's fucking hot. The year prior, in July, we went to motherfucking Vegas.
Oh, no.
You've had heat trauma, dude. Like you spent time overseas in Afghanistan and shit.
My
like, you don't ever want
shoes.
I'm good.
My
that.
shoes were melting actively to the
No.
pavement as we walked
You're shitting me.
in Vegas. That's how hot it was.
Well, that's fucking wild.
well, I'm going
if
to
it's one
Vegas.
thing-
I'm going to Vegas this summer, so that's good information.
Oh, you're going to Vegas? Oh, you got stories to tell us
Act
then.
like
But
flip flops, bro.
I will tell you this.
Dog, please have like the wet water shoes. Wear those. Have flip flops. Always have something on your fucking feet. Because I made the mistake of going to Wet and Wild, and I was like, man, we gonna be in the water. We don't need no motherfucking flip flops. I stepped on that motherfucking pavement, and my goddamn asshole
Sizzling.
jumped to the top of my head. It went up through my stomach, out my mouth, and
Turned
just
inside
crawled up to the top of my head.
So this kind of reminds me of the recent trip I took to Myrtle Beach, because I will tell you right
I
now,
love Myrtle Beach.
I will never go back to Myrtle Beach in the winter, man, because I almost fucking
No,
died.
don't do that.
I almost fucking died when I got off the plane. I'll tell you the story, and we'll wrap up. So I told the story of when I got laid before I went to Myrtle Beach, but
Yeah.
I didn't tell the story afterwards.
Finally. Woo.
So me and my brother, we got up. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. We got like 2 hours of sleep. From AC, Atlantic City, we went all the way to Newark, caught a flight. The flight was terrible. It was the first flight I'd ever been on, by the way, right?
Nice.
When I tell you it was some of the worst turbulence I've ever seen, and trust me, I don't know shit about turbulence because that was my first flight. My brother, who's a frequent flyer because he does a lot of stuff for Rutgers University, he was terrified for his life. And he's dealt with it all at that point. He was terrified. So, and our heads, there was so much turbulence, our heads were hitting the top of the fucking plane because that's how hard we were bouncing, right? We literally had to embrace each other with our arms across the what's it called? The armrest, just to prevent us from fucking hitting the ceiling of the
Start
plane.
making out.
Fuck you.
I
Anyway,
love you, bro.
921, 922.
Don't die.
but anyhow, as I was saying, we had to circle back and forth 3 times to even land into the fucking airport because it was monsooning as we were trying to land. Then we land, takes an hour for us to get off the plane because the power to the gate was done for.
Damn.
We finally get off the plane. We get picked up by my parents who drove the day before. And then the flooding was so much that our car got picked up off the road into a goddamn
Dude, turn around, don't drown. Don't you motherfuckers read signs?
We got directed onto this fucking road by the cops. There was
I'm
a
like,
down
fuck
traffic
you,
light or
you
something.
drive across it. Give me an escort, asshole. I'm not driving.
Yeah,
through
right. They literally
fucking
sent us. We were on a main road. There was a lighthouse a traffic light that was down. They sent us on this really unsafe fucking road, and I know it was unsafe because there were 3 other cars on the side of the road that got picked up.
Oh shit.
And then we got picked up, and half of our car was now in a ditch. Now, from what I've been told by certain people that lived in the area, I'm lucky that the car didn't flip, because if it had flipped, I probably would not be here talking to all of you guys as we speak. So
That's the way them ditches are, man. Like they drop quick. A lot of them old farm fucking roads.
it was bad. It was like a really shitty little side road, and man, that was a horrible way to start my trip to Myrtle Beach for the 3 weeks I was there for.
Yeah, man. You should have went during Black Bike Week. You'd have been good.
I want to know what kind of shit he was screaming in that car. What did
I
you
di-
scream? You had to yell so you go, motherfucker.
I wasn't
Fuck you,
happy.
Eric, I hope you die.
I wasn't happy, that's for sure. Anyway, that's it for us on the Bromigos podcast. We appreciate everybody being here. And if you like the show, please hit follow and share it around with your friends. We appreciate any help on that end. B-Rob, once again,
Yo.
tell us where to find you and your podcast.
Yo, you can find me live weekly, Wednesday nights after AEW Dynamite on twitch.tv/RBR Wrestling. I'm a part of the Fatal Four. It's me, Paul, Cody, and Noah. And when we talk about all the things professional wrestling on RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. And I got a podcast that I hadn't done in like 4 weeks or whatever, the Random Rambles with Rob. Go back and listen to the backlog or whatever. I'll get back to it eventually or whatever. I'm just engrossed in talk about wrestling and shit. So join me over on RBR.
Our season, she can deal with it for a little bit. Then you got to do the birthday show, right? Got to write his wife questions. Like we do it every year.
Oh yeah, that is true. That's
coming up. This will come out. Hey, get some new shit in your pot. People will listen to this probably, like 10 people.
Yeah, my birthday next month, and every year for my birthday is pretty much the secondary anniversary to my podcast or whatever. Anybody that's listening to the sound of my voice, you can send questions to ask my wife. It doesn't matter what it is. I mean, the one famous question that Jodie knows is, does anal feel like pooping?
Yeah, that's from Mike.
Yeah. So, I mean, we get questions like that. So whatever it is, nothing is off the table. Send it. And my wife will answer all your questions. You got life advice you want advice on, she'll give you that. All that stuff.
Ask Miss B.
Well, we appreciate you being the little splash of color on today's episode. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Jody,
I'm the brown with all these ice cubes here.
Hey,
he's the one. He's the one melanated menace amongst a bunch of melanin deficient hoes.
Correct.
I like the colored ones. Y'all change colors.
Yeah, I like Bleach Demon. Those are my preferred pronouns.
Bleach Demon. Where can the people find you, Jody?
On Google at Po Boys Podcast. You can look that up. At Po Boy Pod on Twitter. Go to www.biobiday.com. Use promo code POBOYS. Clean your booty hole like a champion.
I hope what was her name? Lisa Sparks used a bidet to clean all that stuff out.
Oh my god!
I don't think it would have made the model strong enough. Now I'm not saying, listen, that shit could probably get peanut butter off a fucking rug, but there's some things that bidet can't even wash off. You know,
you never know. We'll have to. They should have tested it. Anyhow,
it's a washer.
And of course, this has been episode 72 with your boys, the Undercover Brother and the Hoochie Man. Appreciate you guys being here. Thank you. Follow us on all your favorite podcasting platforms. Follow us.
Almost at 100, man.
It's getting close.
Almost at 100. Yeah.
What are they gonna make it? They need more Migos.
We need our brothers back.
Yeah.
But, at Bromigos Pod on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, the Bromigos Pod, TikTok, the Bromigos Podcast. Hoochie Man, tell them about the motherfucking YouTube.
All right, so YouTube, right? If you don't subscribe,
that enthusiasm.
Yeah.
Well, I
love it.
I typically have something to say, but I don't really have anything to say about it. Where, like, you know, if you don't subscribe, I don't know, Boulder's gonna fall on your house. I don't have anything creative this week.
Well, you should go to a freaking animal shelter and buy a cat. And if you motherfuckers don't subscribe and shit, you gonna just like hold a gun to this cat's head, and you like bad things might happen.
That's a little dark. Jesus Christ. We don't hurt no cats here on the Bromigos Podcast. We love
that ass, that pussy.
We love pussy of all shapes and forms and sizes.
You goddamn right we do, and that's what's going on, guys. Daint Money, Panama Red. Sorry you couldn't be here. Until you guys get back, it's going to be more of this. Maybe motivation.
For better or for worse, it will be more of this.
I'm probably going to keep coming back. So you guys better get in here and knock me the fuck up out of here, because I can do this all goddamn year if I have to. This is an ultimatum, goddammit.
Just keep bringing the outrageous outfits, and you know you're welcome back anytime.
I got a whole closet full. I'll see you fucking assholes later.
You've been listening to the Bromigos Podcast.
Fuck you, and I'll see you tomorrow. I beat him.